Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Ahmad IRFAN bin Ahmad FADILAH, and today I will be me and my partner Mohamad Amir Khair will be presenting our ePoster for our ARP. So as you can see, the poster has 6 elements. The first one is the background, the statement of problem, the research objectives and research questions, the findings, the conclusion, and also the references. Okay, so the title of our ARP is Code Switching, Facilitator of Learning or Barrier to Language Development. So today, I will talk about the first 3 elements, which is the background, the statement of problem, and also the research objectives, and so on, which is a research question, findings, conclusions, and also the references will be presented by my partner. Okay, so moving on, the first thing, background. So, in multilingual settings, code switching, which is the practice of alternating between two or more languages within a conversation, is a common linguistic behavior. So, it often occurs naturally among bilingual or multilingual speakers, especially in educational environments. While some educators and linguists view code switching as a valuable tool, others argue that it may hinder language development. And this ongoing debate raises a critical question. Does code switching enhance learning or does it act as a barrier to full language acquisition? So this study, basically our study, explores the role of code switching in language learning environments, aiming to uncover its impact on students' linguistic growth and academic performance. So moving on to the statement of the problem. So as you can see, there are three, and the first one is by Suri R in 2024. So he states that code switching negatively impacts language acquisition as it encourages them to rely on their native language and slows the acquisition of language skills and fluency. Moving on, according to Asmah Badari in 2024, educators recognize code switching as a setback to language acquisition and prefer strict compliance to the target language to ensure linguistic immersion and proficiency. And the last statement of problem is, according to Saban and Tamin in 2021, the frequent use of code switching during formal presentations could escalate beyond the point of recovery. And what this means is that students will be too comfortable with code switching, which in the future will affect the formal presentation use. Moving on, the research objectives. There are three. The first one is to explore the effects and appropriateness of code switching used by students and teachers in multilingual classrooms. Second one is to evaluate the impact of code switching on formal communicational skills. And the last one is to explore the negative perceptions associated with code switching. And I believe that that is all from me today. I will pass it to my partner Muhammad Amir Khair. Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, and thank you.
Thank you, Ahmad Irfan. And next, I will present the research question that we are going to try and answer in the ARP. The questions are: how does code switching affect language development in the classroom? And what are the negative impacts of code switching in the classroom? Next, the findings in this ARP. The first one is, according to Asma Badari in 2024, code switching causes anxiety about negative perceptions from their peers, as students with less diverse linguistic backgrounds associated with linguistic confusion or lack of proficiency. Samin S, Farid A, and Hussein MS in 2021 stated that the use of code switching must be gradually reduced in order to help students polish their language skills to prepare them for their future journey. Subon F and Muhammad Tarmim SS in 2021 concluded that practicing code switching should be in moderation, as overuse may lead students to become overly reliant on it. And Thus, this can make the habit hard to break. In conclusion, while code switching can help with students' comprehension in class, it has several drawbacks, such as jeopardizing language acquisition caused by limited exposure to the target language, contributing towards educators' skepticism, and undermining professionalism in a formal setting. The references list, where we used all these 6 sources and to find good points to cite in our ARP. Some of them are Asma Badari in 2024 with the title Exploring English as a Foreign Language Students and Teachers' Attitudes Towards the Use of Code Switching in EFL Learning Setting. The case of Master 1 students at Biskra University, Master's Thesis, published in Muhammad Khidir, University of Biskra. Next is Purwananti Y and Nandia S, published on the 2025, April the 25th, Code Mixing and Code Switching in EFL Teaching, the Implementation and Perception, published on Linguistica. Next is Samin S, Farid A, and Hussein MS in 2021, a critical discourse analysis of impact of code switching on modern adult language learners' motivation in Pakistan, published on Journal of Language and Linguistic Studies. Next is Subon F and Muhammad Tarmim SS in 2021, the code switching phenomenon during oral presentations among the business program students, IAFOR, Journal of Education. Next, Sari R 2024, investigating code switching patterns, Iraqi Arabic ESL or EFL learners in English language context, Pakistan Journal of Life and Social Sciences. And lastly, William B, Ibi Kunle D, and Kunle O in 2025 on January the 31st, the effects of code switching on literacy development in multilingual classrooms, manuscript posted on ResearchGate. And that is all from me, Muhammad Amir Khair, and my partner, Ahmad Irfan. We would like to thank you all for listening. Thank you so much.